and see, like a paradise with a natural high. When in Boracay, you never say goodbye. Hanggang sa laya sa Boracay, sumayaw kumaway sabay-sabay.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday for all of you who's tuning in right now. Yeah, so it's Saturday morning here in Ontario, Canada, and I'm here with you live. This is the first time that you came across on my page because I also live in other platform. I'm Reveline, and I live here in Ontario, Canada. I also a wife and I'm a newly mom and I'm born and raised in Philippines. So magandang gabi po sa inyo. So kung nanonood kayo ngayon sa Pilipinas, magandang gabi po. And if you like my early introduction, it's of Boracay, one of the beautiful place or one of the beautiful beaches or something to go for during the summer in Philippines. The reason why I play that song, Boracay song, is because today is very special because one of the person that I will interview today is live on in Visayas area, and she is a hardworking mother. And I would like to invite her today. Join me in the screen to share her journey of being a successful an entrepreneur. So please join me on the screen, Miss Nikki Tayco.
Hi, Reveline.
Hi,
Hello.
Nikki. Good
How are
morning.
you? It's
I'm
good
good
evening in
po.
my time zone.
Yeah, I know it's is it right? 10 o'clock there, right?
Yes, it's 10 o'clock p.m.
Yeah. So and for us it's 9 o'clock in the morning here, and we have -4 temperature. But how about in
So
your place right now? It's more warm, right?
yeah, I actually have cooler weather now because it's not yet summer yet. So it's a comfortable weather we have.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. I would like to thank you for the time that you gave to us because for some of our viewers who's watching right now, thank you so much. And the reason why I'm doing this personally, this series of interview is because I really inspired of those people that I follow um, doing this digital business because it's massively growing across the globe, and it's too good to share. And that's why
Yeah.
today Nikki Taiko is here because I'm also inspired of this of her. So Nikki, would you able to share us who's Nikki Taiko?
So thank you so much, Revs. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for playing the excuse me, playing the Boracay teaser and showcasing our beautiful, beautiful island. So this is one of the best. Boracay is one of the best beaches in the world. And so if you happen to visit the Philippines again in the future, please don't forget to put Boracay in your itinerary. And also, I'd like to greet, first and foremost, I'd like to greet all your viewers today. Good evening, everyone, from my time zone. And since we are a global community, I would like to greet good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And also for those people who will be catching us on a replay later. And thank you, of course, for having me here in your Real People, Real Business, Real Results interview series. No? And of course, for allowing me to share the screen with you. This is such a privilege and an honor. And so to
You're
introduce
welcome.
myself, first and foremost, just like you, I am an online business owner and mentor, but I am based here in the Philippines. I am a wife to my physician husband, a mom to three young, beautiful adult children. Now I am partly an empty nester since the pandemic hit. My youngest daughter came back home to do online school. Um, I am also a Rotarian, so it is something that me and my husband are passionate about. It is something that we love to do. I am also a traditional business owner. I have a drugstore that supplements the medical practice of my husband for the past 25 years. And my background prior to this business was before I got married, I was doing corporate and I was connected to a multinational company in a pharmaceutical industry, and I did that for nearly 4 years. And I knew after having a taste of the corporate life that I didn't want to be employed. And so even though I was wearing my business suit, I was traveling, I was able to stay in hotels, I had my own car, and the salary was good. In exchange, I was sucked into company politics that I was only as good as my last sale. I was working to please my boss so he can also reach his quota. And I realized that I was working to make other people rich. And so when I got married and started my own family, I gave it all up. I prioritized my growing family. I took care of them. And I knew early on that I never want to work for anybody else again. And so from that time on, I became self employed. And so my husband and I, we run a clinic, laboratory, and drugstore for the past 25 years now. So we created a lifestyle that my husband and I were able to work together. We eat our meals together. We are rarely apart. And we created a home for our family, sent the children to school, to their university of choice. We travel together as a couple and as a family. And we support our causes. And life was good. But the major shift for me was when we became total empty nesters. So by this time, the children were leaving home one after the other for work or for school. And it left me and my husband alone in our home. And at this point, we also were not getting any younger. And so our traditional business was slowly owning us and our time. And I was tired because we were physically tied to the business. But of course, there's the mental stress of running a traditional business, thinking about overhead expenses, salaries of your employees, inventories, rentals, and taxes, and so forth. And so by then, I began designing a simpler life for us, for me and my husband, focusing more on the essentials and getting rid of the excesses. And it was at this time that we began preparing for our retirement that was just around the bend. And I knew I wanted a change, and I was looking for more flexibility in my time. And that was then that I started looking online. And a little over 2 years ago, when we were visiting family there in Canada, um, a Facebook ad popped in my newsfeed. I clicked on it. I did my research. I started my internet-based business, and I haven't looked back since. So that's it.
Wow, that's it looks like Ate Nikki, or actually you have a really a good life, um
Mm-hmm.
the way you say it. And having that lifestyle, and for the ordinary people, that's really uh a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I heard you that you want to, because you're already an entrepreneur, you're running a
Yeah.
business, a local
Uh-huh.
business, but
Yes.
you want more freedom. And this is what
Yes.
we I just want to know more about you. Why from traditional business to online business? Are you, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Did you feel skeptical when you jump on the online, because you're already settled on the
Mm-hmm.
traditional business? So what is the difference between two?
This is actually a very challenging question for me because there were several factors that came into play before starting an online business. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we are traditional business owners even up to this day. And I think we will still be traditional business owners until my husband retires from his profession because my business supplements his medical practice. So it just goes hand in hand. And but slowly, I have already weaned out some of my time from from our traditional business because of my online business. I have already left. How do you call this? I have already gotten part of that time away from the traditional business and into my online business, and I help with the paperwork and the back end side of the business. And I also mentioned how our business was slowly owning us and our time. Uh, then we were not also getting any younger, and we were experiencing this physical and mental stress that goes with running a brick and mortar kind of business. And if you are a small and medium enterprise here in the Philippines, you know that it is just so difficult to compete with giants in the industry. And of course, with the business environment that we have right now, all small and medium enterprise businesses knows the difficulty of running a traditional business. And then because as parents, we also provide the best that we could for our children, right? And so we have also done that. We already worked hard to provide for them and for our family so we can have comfortable lives. And frankly, I really do not have anything to complain about. And because my husband really works so hard for us also. And now, since the children are already grown and starting their own careers, I only have one more one more child that will be graduating a year and a half from now. And so with this, my husband and I want to now focus on us again, on ourselves and our impending retirement. And I guess this was a main factor for me on why I started an online business. Though we have provided for a comfortable lifestyle for us, we also wanted to maintain our lifestyle through retirement, right? So we know that sometimes as you age, your income also decreases, right? It's not as the same as when you're still strong and but this is the downside of being self-employed because you do not get pension from the company just like if you are employed, right? So you need to really create your own wealth. So we have social security, but that is very minimal. Especially here in the Philippines. Remember, we run a clinic and a pharmacy. We have seen our patients whose SSS pension cannot even cover their monthly maintenance medicines and medical care, especially for aging parents. And in the Philippines, it is common to see aging parents living with their children in their old age. And I think you know that this is just what it is, and it takes away your independence and it limits your choices. It's sad, but it's true. But for me, I really want to make my own decisions and not to ask permission from my children because I can still afford to do so. And it is living the best life in the remaining years of your life by living it in your own terms. Don't you agree? Diba? So we really need to source out the savings for our retirement if you really want to maintain the kind of lifestyle that you want, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's true. I resonate with you, Nikki, because I'm also a mom now. And
Uh-huh.
you're right. I'm also part of the healthcare in our area. And now that
Uh-huh.
I'm the good thing is when I found out this business is when I found this business actually 3 years ago. But
Uh-huh.
that time I'm good. I feel that I'm good on my best on my job because I'm working in the healthcare. And then it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the point that I experienced to get laid off. This is before the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a realization that there's no job security regardless
Yeah.
what industry are you at.
Mm-hmm.
That's the time that I realized that I supposed to have a plan B.
Yeah.
And that's the time that it comes out to be an entrepreneur. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
me and my husband, we try some other things. But when I come across in this opportunity of being digital entrepreneur, I said that, oh, this is doable. I can, most of the people are doing this business as a part time, doing this business on the
Mm-hmm.
side. So even I'm back on healthcare last year. It's, I'm grateful because it's running on the side. Yeah, I don't like
Mm-hmm.
you, yeah, like you mentioned, you don't want to be there physically.
Yes.
Because it's online business, you can use only your phone or your laptop. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that this is also what you like running this business, because you want a flexibility. You don't want to tie
Flexibility of
up on the
time.
and then at the same time, this is not an easy get rich quick business. So there's
Yes.
you need to put time there, of course,
Mm-hmm.
to learn and to work on it, so you can get the result that you want.
So
And
true.
of course, owning a business, you have that. You're supposed to learn something to shape your mindset, right? But
Mm-hmm.
for me, like you also, right? From previous employee to be an
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur, that's totally a big change.
It
And
is. Yeah.
the good things in here is there's a training. There's a training that
Mm-hmm.
will help
Mm-hmm.
you to go step by step. So
Yes.
being entrepreneur, it's also a journey. Like also,
Yes.
but the good things is you're putting a seeds, or you're planting a seeds now that can grow and help you, will benefits you on the future, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Nikki, what you will advise for those people, or for our viewers who's watching right now, especially there in Philippines, and whoever watching right now, I know we're live
Mm-hmm.
across the globe. What
Uh-huh.
you will be advised for those people who's hesitant or skeptical to make something a side business, like like this digital business, what you will be share or advice to them.
Well, being a skeptic is actually natural.
Mhm.
I get that, especially in the online world, with the proliferation of scams and whatnots. I say this all the time that there are still decent and honest people working online, and we wouldn't put our faces and names in public and risk our integrity in this business if this was not legit. And so for me, integrity is so important, especially that we have a traditional business and we have a profession and a name to protect. So we pay taxes, especially here in the Philippines, and we are registered at the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So it's very legit. And for all the skeptics out there, do not stay a skeptic for too long. The positive side of being a skeptic is it's not because you do not believe, because you still do not know what anything about this yet, but because you want to know. And so you have to do your due diligence. You ask, you research, you talk to your coach, to your mentor, you get the right information before you say no, and make an intelligent and how do you say this, a conclusive decision. And always remember that doubters never win and winners never doubt. So the doubters will never really go far, right? So no, I remember I love Tony Robbins, and he said that it takes no guts to be skeptical, but take guts to believe. So if you really want to move forward, you just got to put yourself on the line. You take action, you risk failure, you learn, and then ultimately you're going to succeed. And of course, we have all the resources there is in our business for you to learn and to succeed also in this kind of business. Right.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. So,
Mhm.
would you able to share to them if they want to follow you? Of course, we want people to check it out,
Mm-hmm.
our business, right? And like
Yes.
you mentioned, there's a training, there's a step-by-step training, and
Yes.
first and foremost, there's a free virtual information that
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
business is offered. There's
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday and Thursday live virtual information. So you just
Wednesday
gonna
and
take a look.
Friday
Yeah,
here in
you're
the
just gonna take
Philippines.
a look and give yourself a 90 minutes to learn how we can leverage the different platforms. Actually, there's a lot of platforms right now, which is the good thing is we're learning step by step. And
Yeah.
Facebook, who's right now is just one of the platforms
Yes.
that you will able to leverage. And at the same time, for some of the people who are asking, oh, do I need to do the series of interview too, or do I need to go live doing the digital business? And said, it's the answer this is no, because for me personally, I'm doing this series of interview because I'm inspired. I want and I value my viewers. I want to
Uh-huh.
share. This is your own option. There's a lot of platforms that you don't need to do live. If you're good in writing, if you're good on something to explore.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot, right? So it's not really it's not mandatory to do the this being a go live, right? But for me,
Yes.
I because every time
You're doing great. This is a good
every time
platform for
I
you.
interview someone, I inspired. I like to hear their story, especially Nikki right now. Look, she point about retirement, and
Mhm.
although I'm on that path already. That's why for me personally, I just want to this time I want to make it smart, not working smarter, not harder. I worked 2 or 3 jobs before,
Mhm.
and being an entrepreneur that you're still able to go to work right now, it's okay, but having something in the side to grow,
Yes.
that is your um great privilege, right? If you have
Mhm.
an extra time to do it this business on the side, why not? Because this business is doable, right?
Yes. So, yeah, so true.
Yeah. So, Nikki, please share to them where they can follow you so they can check you out.
So, to all your viewers, just in case you are nowhere where you want to be in your life, most especially at this time in your life, we can share with you an option that you can check and use to achieve your goals and your dreams for a successful internet based business that has changed the lives of thousands of online business owners worldwide. Like they have been paying their mortgages, they are paying their credit card debts and bank loans, they have bought new properties, they have helped families and charities, spent long holidays and vacations, they have more quality time for their families, they have living their lifestyle of their dreams, and most especially they have secured their retirement and so much more. So if this is something that interests you, or if you have any questions on how you want to jumpstart your own digital business, you may reach out to Revelyn. She's a very excellent mentor, or you can find me in Facebook at Chase Your Dreams with Nikki, or click on my link. It's www.nikkitayco.net, and we'll be happy to assist you in any way we can. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. I hope I
Thank you
have
so
imparted
much.
a piece of inspiration to your viewers.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nikki. That's really
Mhm.
a grateful time for you today to share your
Mhm.
journey, to share your story. It's very inspiring. So yeah, so
Mhm.
I will talk to you soon, Nikki. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Okay. Bye.
So yeah, so that is another story of a hardworking mother, a traditional business owner, and now an aspiring digital business that works. Nikki is working this business on the side in Philippines. So this is only one of those successful business owner across the globe. So um, if you want to follow all this journey, and if you want to make something for yourself, nowadays there's like I mentioned, there's no job security anymore. Even you're working at this moment, that's okay, but think about something to build as your plan B, because this is for yourself and for your future. So again, this is Reveline Needham. If you want to follow me, just check it out. My website is www.revelinneedham.net, or just check it out on my Facebook page, which is Reveline Needham. So that's all for now. Always remember, guys, do everything good for yourself that your future self will thank you for. Bye for now.